What we have here near the Welcome to Old Mapoon sign is a few plaques. Here we've got the Welcome to the Mapoon Presbyterian Mission Site, 1891 to 1963. A photograph of missionaries Ward and Hay and their families, and over here some of the Mapoon men building a fence during mission times. Over here we have a plaque in memory of the forced removal of the Mapoon people from their land in 1963, and basically the government wanted to close down the mission, and some people believe it was for the purpose of mining, because Alcan had a lease over the land, and so did Camelco, the southern part round Andoon, which was also Mapoon land. So this actually was a copy of the removal order with no appeal to it. Cloran's sentence upon the leaders of Mapoon. Paddy Cloran, as he was known, was the Director of Native Affairs in Queensland at the time, and Queensland Aboriginal people were under the Queensland Aborigines Act, which basically was very much segregation type legislation, and so Aboriginal people were basically wards of the state. So moving over here now, and might want to just have a look at the horses over here, just feeding, get an idea of the surrounding trees and territory around here. It's a beautiful area. You can see some of the broken down remains of the old mission here. And we have the last plaque here, Panja people Mapoon today. So it's talking about the first group of Mapoon people who moved back to the land, and what's been happening since then. They now have local government status, running their own community, and they also have their rights to the land recognised, and they have a lot of community services here, very much just built up by the people themselves, with very little government support initially. They just did it themselves, and so it is a real credit to the people of Old Mapoon, and the name has actually gone back to Mapoon. And we're just going to come over here now. What we have over here is a cross that was erected, I believe, for the 100th anniversary of the Mapoon mission. So as it started in 1891, this would have been set up in 1991, and basically to commemorate the 100th anniversary or centenary of the mission. Again, you can see the coast just through here, and this was just such a vibrant community before the people moved off, and it's a vibrant community again. So we come over here for one more thing, and that is a grave of the first missionary. You can see actually two graves here. The one over in the left, and we'll go round and so that you can actually see what's on there. And that's Reverend Ward and Reverend Hay, and their wives were the first two missionaries to come to Mapoon. They were Moravians. The Moravians were very famous for a 100-year non-stop prayer and out of that they sent missionaries all around the world. So as we can see there, the grave of James Gibson Ward, and called home in 1895. Now this one over here, I actually can't see the markings on it to the left, so whether it's the grave of Reverend Hay, I'm not actually sure at this point. But that's quite possible. You can see this is in a fenced off area. The name Mapoon, so the name Mapoon is actually an anglicised version of an Aboriginal word. Some people say it simply means sand hills, and some people say it's fighting on sand hills. So whichever it is, this area, although it might look reasonably flat to us, was a sort of hilly area and very much a sandy area. And the swamps, because Mapoon also is a swampy area, the swamps were a wonderful place for wildlife, magpie, geese, ducks, etc. And the people were able to live off the land very easily. Thank you.